Hello. Sorry about that. I had my finger on the wrong button. My name's Mike. Where is that? My name's Mike. I'm the owner of Grindhouse Video and grindhousevideo.com. And every Sunday at 7ish, I go live on YouTube and I tell you what came in, what's coming in, give you news, updates, rants, reviews, and answer your questions. If you have any questions, please ask, and I will get to those in just a minute. For only Mike subscribers, yeah. Um, I'm I'm multi-streaming on OnlyFans, so right now, um, luckily it didn't give the bottom camera, which is what you get on OnlyFans. Um, I have 0 subscribers because no one wants to see that. How's everyone doing? It's been a week. It's been a week. Everything's fine. Arrow sale's over. Um, it went okay. There was a lot going on this weekend with sales everywhere. So wasn't the best Arrow sale I've ever done. Um, but we had a lot of competition. So rant, possibly. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna get into it. But I am tired. I literally woke up like an hour ago to get ready for the show. I'm just tired. So we're just gonna jump on into it. Um, let's see. What came in this week? The Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert from Via Vision. This is one of their boxes with the lenticular covers. From Shout Factory, or technically Shout Select, Aguirre the Wrath of God on 4K. From 88 Films UK, we got in the Apartment Wife Blu-ray limited edition. From Umbrella, Bird Eater came in. This was, as far as I knew, supposed to come in with their slipcover. It didn't. Um, there you go. It's been a week. Boiling Point limited edition from Umbrella comes with the limited numbered slip. A Bridge Too Far from Imprint limited edition. California from Kino. Creep limited edition from Second Sight. This is the newer Creep. The Umbrella one is the older Creep. I like both. You should get both. The Escapees from Indicator US on 4K and on Blu-ray. From Beyond 4K from 88 Films UK. Godzilla Minus One special limited fancy edition from Toho. That is a UK release. Also from Arrow UK. The Good, the Bad, the Weird limited edition on 4K and on Blu-ray. Hellboy, The Crooked Man on Blu-ray. Immaculate 4K. Kung Fu Hustle Steelbook from the UK. Last Night in Soho, this is a special edition, comes in a Arrow style box on 4K. The Last Stop in Yuma County from Umbrella. The Mean One Steelbook, it's a Blu-ray. No Country for Old Men 4K from Criterion came in. Open Your Eyes limited edition from Umbrella. Paris, Texas from Curzon in the UK. Pulp Fiction special limited thing from the UK. We got plenty of them. Pulse 4K limited from Umbrella. Rampo Noir, this is very early. This is from January, or street dates in January, but they sent it out early. It is now in stock. This is an Arrow US title. Requiem for a Vampire from Indicator US 4K and Blu-ray. Riddick 4K from, I guess, Shout Factory, Scream Factory. I don't know. I think it's probably Scream Factory. Rock and Roll High School from Shout Factory on 4K. The Roundup Punishment 4K Media Book. Sasquatch Sunset from Umbrella. We got The Shape of Water 4K from Criterion. Shaun of the Dead Standard Edition 4K. Steelbook will be this week. Silent Night, Deadly Night 4K from Scream Factory. Sleep from Magnet on Blu-ray. Soul Eater 4K and Blu-ray from Dark Skies. I think that's it. The Speedway Murders, again, this was one that, as far as I knew, was going to come in with the slipcover. It did not, from Umbrella. Strange Darling Limited, or not limited, Strange Darling 4K from the UK. Taking a Pelham 123 from Kino. Ted 4K from Shout Factory. And then Terrifier 3 4K Steelbook, 4K, and Blu-ray, all in stock. The Train 4K, Train Blu-ray from Kino. The Visit 4K from Kino, and I think that's it. No, there's one more. Two more. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2 from Shout Scream Factory. And Woods Are Wet from 88 Films UK. That's what came in this week. Let's just jump right into what I'm expecting this week. Not a whole lot. We got a lot of Sandpiper releasing. So, Cast a Giant Shadow from them. Creep Standard Edition from Second Sight will be in this week. From Umbrella, Eyes Without a Face Limited and Super Limited. Like, this is their big one that you can get on their website. They're testing this out to see how they sell. I don't know if they're going to do another one, but this is what we got. The Faculty 4K from Shout Factory, Far and Away from Shout Factory. Golden Harvest Volume 2, Shining Stars from Shout Factory. Heavy Traffic from Sandpiper. The Holdovers from on 4K from Shout Factory. The Joker new Steelbook and Standard Edition 4Ks. The Land That Time Forgot from Sandpiper. Monster Standard Edition from Second Sight. I still have the limited edition in stock, I believe. So if you wanted the limited, they're going to be out soon, and I won't be able to get them, so get them while you can. Mulholland Falls from Sandpiper. The Neverending Story from Via Vision. These are on the way. Please stop emailing me. They're on the way. I know the street date passed. It's an Australian title. It happens all the time. Also, I've been trying to find the size for this so we can get ready for it. And then John just happened to look at the actual description that I have on my website, and it has the size. It's huge. And so we played around with our biggest box that we have, that we stock, and it's not big enough. So before, I didn't want to order more boxes that might still not work, because I don't know how it's going to arrive to us just by itself, or in another box, which would be smart. I don't know if Via Vision was that smart. So I am waiting until they come in, which will be this week, and then we're ordering boxes for them to ship them out. So it'll be another extra day or two after we get them. But it's the best thing I can do, because I don't want to get a box that I think will work and then it doesn't work. So we need to have the physical product in our hands to be able to do that. It's fucking massive. It's huge. I'm not reordering it. I'm over this title. So get it while you can. Just be patient. It's coming. Nora Prentice from Warner Archive. The Pope of Greenwich Village from Sandpiper. River's Edge from Sandpiper. The Searchers from Warner Archive. The Secret of Nim from Eureka, UK. And then Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3 from Sandpiper. The Stone Tapes from 101 Films. The Tall Target from Warner Archive. Transformers 1 Steelbook and Standard Edition on 4K. And that's what I'm expecting this week. I will get some or all of that. It happens every week. Or I might even get more that I haven't even talked about. So, no one's talking. I got nothing to answer. Chat's dead. So we're gonna run it. We're just gonna keep going. This might be a really short show. Now we're going into my randos for my collection. Munchies and Munchie, double feature from Shout Factory. I haven't seen these in forever. I remember liking them back in the day. So it's in my collection. And that's the only Blu-ray. My collector's app just gave me DVDs after this. This is a great one. Wild Malibu Weekend from Code Red. Not a movie. It is... I don't know what it is, honestly. It's like watching a game show that didn't happen back in the 90s, and it's ridiculous. It's so stupid. And that's why it's in my collection. This one we've talked about on the show before over the years. Midnight Madness, such a good movie. I need to rewatch this. It's so good. Back in the day, I watched this all the time. It was always on the Disney Channel back when that started. And I love this movie. It's one of Michael J. Fox's first movies. Great movie. This one I haven't seen in a long time, but I've had it in my collection for a long time. I remember really liking Wrist Cutters. It's a weird movie. I don't know if this would ever get a Blu-ray, just because it is so weird. It's from 2007. It's from Lionsgate, so who knows? I think a boutique would do halfway decent with it if they picked it up, just because it's one of those fucking weird movies. And then this one definitely won't get another reissue on Blu-ray or any kind of special edition, because it's not great, but I kind of like it. Like, it's really badly put together, but Zombies Anonymous, it's from Welgo from 2008. I don't know if they still have the rights for this, but it's really low budget. But it's kind of an interesting synopsis where it's kind of like a Fido, where zombies are just a thing, but zombies don't necessarily always eat people, if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I've seen it. And Zombies Anonymous is a group where zombies meet, for new zombies and stuff like that. They meet anonymously, and they can talk about the issues that they're going on with them, and it's very quirky, very very weird, but very cool, like original concept. So I thought it was a great, fucking stupid movie, but it's been in my collection forever too. Fastest way to get Mike to not reorder something is flood him with emails. No, that's not why I'm not carrying it. I'm not carrying it I'm not reordering it because I don't want to deal with the size. So here's the thing. I'm getting a lot of them in right now, and due to the size and the fact that it's coming from Australia, jacks my shipping up, like, tremendously. But if I were to reorder like 20 copies or something like that, that would also jack up my shipping costs. For some reason, my Australian distributor does not like large boxes. Like, it could be a small order and it'll be 3 boxes, which costs me more money. So yeah, anything big coming from Australia costs so much money, just in shipping. So once I get it in, I'm not reordering it. So get it while you can. Are you going to keep a new never-ending story set for yourself, or do you hate that shit? I hate that shit. Honestly, I have the Blu-ray of Never-Ending Story from the US. Not one of those movies that I would revisit often, if ever, again. Certain movies from my childhood, like, I used to watch that all the time also. It's not one that now as an adult I think I would revisit, just because I don't like that kind of movie. Like Dark Crystal, I'll never rewatch. I liked that movie back as a kid, but I don't know. Like, the fantasy movies aren't my thing. I was a little more open to it as a kid because I was fucking a kid. But, not fucking a kid. I was a kid. So yeah, it's not one that I would rewatch. So I definitely don't want a fucking 8-foot fucking replica of the book. But no, I don't collect limited editions. So, since you keep buying so much vinyl, how much of your day is spent listening to them? I'll usually put one on if I'm working at home. Um, to be honest, I don't listen to as much vinyl as I want. Um, Sometimes I might go like all week without putting on a record, but usually, I try to when I'm just doing stuff on the website, things like that. Put a record on. I try to listen to them, but it's honestly how many movies do you watch a week? It's kind of the same thing. For me, it's kind of better that music I can put on while I'm working and not really have to. You don't necessarily sit down and like listen to a record. I'm sure there's some people that do. I don't understand that. Um, but yeah, so I don't know. It depends on the week. Uh, so you closed Interstellar pre-orders on last week's show. I think you mentioned delays. Okay, here's the deal with Interstellar, and one of the reasons why I'm not so like woohoo about this week. So I ordered a lot. Okay, last week, or yeah, well this week on Monday, I went in and everything updated, and it saw okay, cool. I'm getting most of what I ordered of Interstellar, which is good. Um, and so I do my order. Um, so Alliance is where I'm getting this, and their shipping is weird. If it's a bigger item, which Interstellar is, they separate it and ship it separately. They can't figure out how to ship a big item and a small item together. Their computer system, it's all run by fucking AI and computers, and they can't figure it out. And this happens all the time. So I knew it was, and it usually comes a day or two later than like my regular order. Um, so I kind of figured that was what was going to happen anyway. So I placed my order, and um, my sales rep comes back, and he's like, "Yeah, these are going to be, I got your order, and these Interstellars are going to be on, coming in a little bit later this week." Well, then they never came. And then I'm like, I messaged him back. I'm like, hey, I still haven't gotten these, and they're still, showing up as not shipped. And he's like, basically, he told me there's a bunch of pissed people off in the office about this, and they're having to go into allocation. I'm not getting all of them that it showed that I was getting, and I was only getting 30. Well, I have way more than 30 pre-orders. Um, so, as of right now, I don't have them in. And I'm going to have to refund a bunch of people. So I haven't done it yet just because I'm hoping that my sales rep is, he's trying to get me more. But I don't know. So once we get them in, we will ship out the first, if we only get 30, we will ship out the first 30 pre-orders, and everybody else, I will have to send you an email, let you know. Can't get it. Um, it sucks. It costs me money because I got to refund people. I will be doing the same thing that I did with Seven, which is offering either a refund for the order or for just that item if you ordered more items with it, or I will be giving you an extra X amount if you want to do a store credit. Um, Usually I do about 10% over what the item costs. Um, so it'll probably be about $6 to $10 extra. I haven't figured out what that number is yet. Um, I mean, if I give you $10, it's actually more than my profit on that item, which sucks. So I'm basically Interstellar, not really making any money. I'm gonna have to give away a bunch of money in um, store credits, and refund a bunch of people $60 plus. Uh, so yeah, there's a lot going on behind the scenes. Like, and it's, I'll give you a mini rant. I don't like where this industry's going, to be quite honest. The majors don't give a shit about the customers. They're just trying to make money. But then they do this, limited fucking big ass fucking project, but don't print enough because they're looking at their numbers for physical media and they're low. So they're not printing enough of these things that people want. And they cater more toward the big box stores than they do the smaller stores. So the ones that are getting hurt by all of it are the smaller stores. Like, I'm sure Amazon's fucking doing refunds too because there's not enough to go around. But honestly, who gives a fuck? Amazon does this shit all the time for shit that's not limited. It's making me think about the future of Grindhouse Video, to be honest. Like, I'm sick of this shit happening. I'm sick of fucking steelbooks and the majors being like, this is the only thing that people are buying, so we got to put them out. And then, fucking one steelbook fucking every month is one that people can't fucking hardly get. But then the other fucking 20 that come out every month are fucking, like, I've got to mark them down to fucking get rid of them. Just, I don't know. Mini rant. That's all I'm going to talk about. That's all you get this week. Speaking of game shows, I thought Remote Control on MTV was one of the coolest shows ever back in the 80s. I remember Remote Control. That was the one that Sandler was on, right? I think that was the one that Sandler was on. I think I used to watch it. I'm almost positive I did. Because that was before they even went all fucking no music back in the day. Saw Abruptio sold out on your site. I think is the first new release from Anchor Bay. Do you think you'll get more? Yeah. Definitely. Got an email yesterday about some of the packages not getting scanned when shipped from Friday. How bad was it? Fucking ridiculous. I don't know what's going on with the USPS. Because it's not just lately. This has happened quite a bit. And it doesn't happen often, but it's happened more than I would like. And it seems to be anytime we give them a shit ton of packages, which is usually on a Monday, because we have orders from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday morning going out. Whenever they get large amounts of packages from us on one day, they just don't scan it. Well, I've been having a fucking sale all month, and we've got a bunch of fucking packages going out every day, and there are multiple days where they are not scanning our shit. So here's the problem. There's nobody to fucking talk to at the USPS. There's no number I can really call. I've had to fight to get a number, to talk to somebody in the past. I got to find that number and try to fucking talk to somebody. But yeah, but the person I talked to didn't even work at the place that gets my mail. Like, I don't know. Another mini rant. USPS sucks right now. I apologize. That's if I'm putting something in an email like that goes broad out to 20,000 people or whatever. It's because I'm getting a lot of emails about it. I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do. Bitch at the USPS for not doing their shit. Like, I don't understand. Like, as far as I know, our guy comes, picks up our packages. He takes them back to the little home base for USPS. They take them off his truck. They put them through a little conveyor belt. It scans it, and they fucking move around the country. I don't know how that doesn't happen to everything. Why is it fucking when I have a bunch of packages, they just don't do that? Like, it's fucking Christmas season. What are you expecting? So I don't know. There's a lot going on right now, and I'm not happy. LPs. All right. Yeah. Let's get me out of my funk. Let's talk about this record. Okay. So the other night I was hanging out with Michelle last week, and we were playing Monopoly Deal, which by the way is one of the most fun card games ever made. It's a great card game. You should definitely, if you like card games or board games, you should definitely get Monopoly Deal. It's fun. So we were playing, and so we were just kind of joking around. Like, okay, whoever wins next gets to pick one present to open early. She won a couple, I won a couple, and in addition to this one, I also got a Holy Soldier self-titled first album on cassette. But this is my other present that I got, and it's awesome. Heavy Righteous Metal. It is a compilation. Like, here's all the bands on it. We got Messiah Prophet, which put out 2 albums back in the day. Rock the Flock, which was more of like a classic rock, maybe hard rock, but then transitioned to heavy metal for their second album. Awesome album. I'm still trying to get it on vinyl. It's a little pricey for an '80s metal record in the Christian scene. Saint, which had 2 amazing albums in the '80s, Time's End and Too Late for Living. Song on here is Too Late for Living. I loved Saint back in the day. They're still around. They're still recording, but I don't really listen to their new stuff. Why is this hair is really pissing me off? Then we got White Cross. White Cross is one of the bigger bands in the Christian scene. Rosanna's Raiders, not great. I have one of her records, and it's not great. Leviticus, I have this album, that album, the winner is on vinyl already. Tempest, which is one of my favorites back when I was a kid. They have 2 albums, A Coming Storm and Coming Storm and Eye of the Storm. And A Coming Storm is one of the first Christian metal albums I ever bought. But the song Metal Mission was one of my favorites. It has a really simple, cool kind of riff in the beginning, and that was one of the first things I learned how to play guitar when I bought a guitar, or when I got a guitar. Daniel Band, which is more of like hard rock. I'm not a huge Daniel Band fan. Bride, Metal Might. Bride is one of the bigger bands. They're still around, still recording. In fact, I just ordered a bunch of Bride CDs and vinyl yesterday from a sale that was going on. And early Bride, crazy high vocal metal, kind of speed metal-ish. But then they transitioned to being one of the bigger rock bands. Like, they were great. Rage of Angels, another one of my faves from back in the 80s. I think their only album was 88, somewhere around 87, 88. I still got to get that one. It's pricey also. And then Jerusalem, which is a Swedish band. And I've got a couple of their records, but that song is really good. It's a live song. But yeah. So there you go. Heavy Righteous Metal. Back in the 80s, for me especially, and for the Christian scene, compilations were big because you got to hear a bunch of bands that you didn't necessarily know existed. Like, all of those songs are on different albums. But then there were some like East Coast metal, California metal, 1 and 2, underground metal, like things like that had a bunch of unsigned bands. And I think they would like put these out and, to kind of see if any of these bands would like kind of get popular with these comps and, sign bands. So I'm sure bands kept getting, got signed because of their song on a comp. Anyway, that was my early Christmas present. Sandler appeared in that occasionally. I had a crush on Marisol the Woman. I've had USPS issues lately, not just with no scan, but also them scanning delivered at the post office instead of UPS in possession. And then they never update after that. This happens all the time. The whole scanning, I get emails all the time. Doesn't matter if it's busy or if it's not busy. Where I get an email, hey, it says this was delivered and it didn't come. And I'm just like, give it a day or two, call your post office. I want to say, from what I can tell, this is lazy fucking post office workers, or maybe delivery guys that need to fucking um, go home, and they might leave some shit in their truck for the next day. I don't know, but it happens all the time. File a case on UPS website. The only person who calls you is a delivery zip code. Yeah, UPS sucks. USPS sucks. How many emails are you getting about vinegar syndromes to keep? Tons. Did you hear that Chris Woods is shutting down the sleaze box and slowly removing their titles? I did not, but I kind of see that. I kind of saw that coming. The industry is changing right now. Like when I was in Tampa, not just because it was a Tampa label, but Gator Blade and Sleazebox stuff um, sold like crazy. It sold all the time. I could get in um, underground stuff that Saturn Core is putting out, and fucking, you know, Culture Shock and TerraVision stuff. Shitty fucking, homemade movies. I could sell them. In the last few years, that market has kind of stopped. And it happens. The market goes through changes. Um, the consumers kind of dictate what is going to happen, what movies get made, kind of. I mean, you know, look at Scream. Scream changed the horror industry, and by doing so well, and then every movie after that for a couple years was just Scream ripoffs. The market changes; it fluctuates, and right now, honestly, I can't sell that kind of stuff like the sleazebox Gator Blade type title to save my life. I have most of it is marked down. So yeah, I get it. I do get it. Um, do, 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 do. Grindhouse Videos best at packaging. Thank you very much. We do our best. Um, I don't like giving refunds. I don't like getting returns. It's better just to make it safe and get it to you in one piece the first time. And we don't deal with that a lot, by the way. I don't have a whole lot of returns. Most of my returns are honestly, I ordered this and I already got it, or this one's been happening a lot. Okay, a lot more recently. Like me and John have even talked about this. I thought I ordered the 4K and I ordered the Blu-ray instead. Can I? And it's like, no, your order's already out. Like, you can return it. That's most of what our returns are people returning stuff. Or not choosing fucking ground advantage or fucking priority. And their stuff comes damaged. It's like, if you give a shit about your packaging, fucking pay the extra shipping. I love it when people are like, this slipcover had I there was one return that we had where a guy returned every item that he ordered, and it was a stack. It was like a good stack of fucking Scream Factory with slips, and this was a while ago, and we returned them because they weren't mint. And I'm like, we do not guarantee slipcovers. They come in all fucking shapes and sizes as far as damage or non-damage goes. We don't guarantee slipcovers. If I did, I wouldn't sell anything with slipcovers. I would literally take the slipcovers off and throw them away because you never know. So he returned a bunch. I got them back in and I'm looking at them and I handed them to John. I'm like, tell me what's wrong with these. And he couldn't find it. They were as mint as I've seen. So yeah. But he also paid for media mail. So there you go. Like, if you want your shit to come in mint, pay for shipping. Another mini rant. All right, I think I'm done. I got nothing else coming up. T-shirts are done. Teachers are ready to go. I need to talk to Chad this week about getting some things fixed with the collectibles and non-media things for shipping. Um, oh, John's listening. I actually thought Mike was pranking me. I couldn't find a single spot or dent. Yeah, it was funny. I was just like, here you go, find what's wrong with it. So yeah, t-shirts are coming this week. I don't know what day. It just kind of depends on when we get this figured out with the shipping issues. As far as because we can't send it media. Um, there's been some things that I've noticed from customers emailing me and things that I've seen. So give us a few days to figure it out. All right, I'm done. You got 3 mini rants. Everybody was wanting rants earlier. You got 3 mini ones. That sounds like Douglas. That's funny. That's all I got. So thank you very much for watching. Every Sunday at 7ish, I go live on YouTube and I tell you what came in, what's coming in, give you news, updates, rants, reviews, and answer your questions, and we just kind of hang out and talk about shit. Or wife through a fit. No. Trust me. I've been doing this a long time. The dude he found flaws where he wanted absolutely everything pristine, like directly off the manufacturer machine. Like, there's a lot of those out there. But anyway, join us every week. Sorry I'm not more animated. I'm not happy. Maybe next week will be better. Thank you very much for watching. As always, be nice to people. Don't be a dick. Hail Satan. And we'll see you next week. Thanks, guys. Peace.